Hey guys, thanks for stopping by the channel for a Lake St. Clair Smallmouth Bass Fishing Report. On Monday, May 20th, 2024, I went out onto Lake St. Clair, and this is a small summary of some of the things I noticed while I was out there. Hopefully this report can help you if you're coming out to Lake St. Clair sometime soon. So I launched at Lake St. Clair Metro Park. I got out onto the water at about 6:30 a.m. and I was the only one out there for about 5 minutes. After all, this is Lake St. Clair during the spawn, and what happens to Lake St. Clair during the spawn? Well, we get a lot of out-of-state fishermen coming in. Now, if you're one of those out-of-state fishermen and you're watching this, I just want to let you know that we love having you here. We love having you help our economy. However, if I'm the only boat out there and you're the second boat out there, please don't come so close that we can tangle lines, all right? Just, maybe ease off a little bit. I know you may not know the lake as good as some of us. However, there's plenty of fish out there, okay? You don't need to be right on top of me. I'd say within about 25 to 30 minutes, I was surrounded by 30 other boats. And the only good thing about being surrounded by so many boats is I can see whether or not the bite is hot. I caught a nice smallie right off the bat, but other than that, I was kind of struggling early in the morning, and as I looked around, I could see other fishermen were struggling as well. I saw very few rods being bent. I saw very few nets going into the water. Seemed like everyone was struggling right off the get-go. I caught the first fish on a megabass dark sleeper. However, most of my fish caught throughout the day after that were caught on a drop shot about 6 to 8 inches off the bottom. Seemed to be the best. Water temp in the beginning of the morning was at 62 degrees, and as the day warmed up, water temps got all the way up to 68 degrees. Now, mind you, those are more surface temps, but it's just showing you how quickly this water is indeed heating up. Now, just for fun, I did bring one of my underwater ice fishing cameras with me. The video is a little bouncy and choppy because obviously I'm not ice fishing. I don't have this thing perfectly still. However, it did give me a good representation of what was going on down there. It seemed like almost every time I dropped that camera down, at least in the shallow water, I was seeing smallmouth. So they are definitely in there. Even though the bite was tough, again, they are definitely in there. Now, because I was struggling early in the morning, I did decide to fish some of the walls really quick, see if I catch some largemouth, and I did catch some very nice largemouth. That's one thing you can always do if you're struggling. You can move in a little bit, fish the walls. You're going to catch largemouth. They're a lot easier to catch, maybe boost your confidence a little bit. After I did that, I went back to targeting smallies again and did really well from about noon to 2 o'clock when I left. I tried fishing very shallow, I tried fishing deeper and further away from shore, and I found that the best fishing was easily very shallow, uptight, literally within about 100 yards from the shore. Now, I don't get a chance to fish late in the afternoon because I have kids I have to pick up from school. However, if you're one of those guys who can get out there late, I wouldn't totally ignore topwater. That water temp is really picking up, and I even saw 2 different smallmouth explode on the top of the water. Speaking of explosions on the top of the water, I did see a ton of carp on the top of the water today, splashing around, swimming underneath the surface as well. I'm not sure if that does anything to the smallmouth, if it kind of spooks them out of the way. However, that area was completely loaded with carp right now. So yeah, guys, overall, I ended up having a really nice day after the slow start. I hope this report helped you guys out in some way. And until next time, guys, tight lines.